Right, hello, welcome back to the channel. Let's get cracking, shall we? So, if we remember in the last one, we had a purple GBA that worked, but is all scuffed up. We had a white GBA where it's all corroded in here. So, let's just spray some crap on there and leave that to sit for 5 minutes. We had a black GBA that worked, but was missing the battery cover, and the clear one that worked, but is also a bit scuffed up. So, whilst we're waiting on the other one to clear itself, let's just peel these screens off and put some new ones on. There we go. So that now, where's Tetris gone? Let's just chuck that in there and make sure that the buttons those buttons could really do with a clean. Right, so the buttons need cleaning on that one. Let's get the screws undone and I'll be back. Right, screws are undone. Let's have the back off and pop these to one side. Then we need to not use that screwdriver. This should be a nice, quick and easy clean up job. One there, one over this side, and the board should come out. Yep, and then we can remove these little rubber pieces and give them a quick clean. So stick that over there for a second. Let's find a piece of paper and we're literally gonna do that and that. Give them a bit of a rub down there. Ugh. And you know what, whilst we're in here, let's grab the start and select buttons. And do the same to those. Chuck the paper out of the way again and then put it all back together. And hopefully the wonders of IPA will have resolved our small issues with this. How the flipping heck you fit on there, that's it. And then that one goes there. Let's take that out. Maybe not throw it on the floor and not look where it went. Oh, there it is. There we go. Screw these two back in with the correct screwdriver. Where did the screws come from again? I've already forgotten. There. And let's use that one up there, shall we? No, those are not the correct screw holes. Let's use this one here. Probably should have cleaned the board whilst I had it out, but let's quickly chuck that on there. Chuck Tetris in. See if that's sorted it. If it hasn't, then I'll clean the PCB as well. But that appears to have made it much better. Aces. No, I'm not 100% happy about that. Let's give the board a clean as well. I mean, I am only 2 screws away from having that top flipped back over. Oh, for God's sake, I keep getting the wrong screwdriver. Yeah, they're not the cleanest. I mean, not terrible, but we can give them just a little once over. Do. Let's try that again. Have I picked up the right screwdriver this time? Yep, good. Right, you go on there. go. That's much better. So I'm going to put the screws back in and we'll have got one sorted. Nice and quickly. Superstar. So that's the first one done. It needs a good clean up, but that is got a new front on, buttons all work nice and responsively. So let's put that to one side and let's have a look at this white one, see if the corrosion can be cleaned up a bit. Fortunately, these are the terminals in the shell, so they can be replaced quite easily should we get this to function. But let's have a little look. Flick the power on. Let's have a sneak peek before we get there. Hey! Excellent. So that just needs, let's again give it a test with a well, it did work. Okay, I need to get in here and get those contacts out. So let's get the screws out. Screws are undone, so the back can come off. That all looks lovely inside. So it is, I think, just going to be these terminals in here. Now, how do they come out? They do somehow. But they are properly manky. Problem is, I want this shell. It's an original white shell. There we go. That's you out. I mean, look at the state of it. How that's conducting anything, I just don't know. Now, give me a second. Right, unfortunately, I don't have any box full of spares for these that I can find right now. But what I do have is a brand new replacement case. So I'm going to quickly chuck this on here just to see if it works. And then I might try and clean up those terminals with some vinegar. Yeah, see, that comes on first time. It does look pretty cool as a black and white Gameboy. But It's not supposed to be a black and white Game Boy, so... Well, it is, sort of. It's playing Tetris. Yep, all the buttons work nicely, so that's good. What did I do with that GBA game? Just to make sure it plays Game Boy Advance games. So we are going to need to soak this in vinegar for a few hours. So I will be back in a bit. Oh, here we are, looking a lot better. Obviously it's still not 100%, but it's much better. So let's slide that back in there if we can. There you go. And now hopefully, if I can find the batteries. There we go. Still a bit sketchy. Yeah, I'm still not happy with that. Let's leave it for longer. Right, I'm going to take that back out and put it back in. I'll be back later. Right, okay, this has now been in vinegar all night, so it's been sat there since what, about 9 o'clock last night when I was last on this video, and it is now 20 to 11 the next morning, so hopefully this will now work a lot better, he says. Yep, I can roll my batteries and that's so much better. So a little bit of white vinegar. I mean, you could use malt vinegar as well, I suppose, but I wouldn't like to recommend it. I will just make sure that the buttons are all okay. I can't remember. Yeah, that's them too. Ugh, what horrid aspect ratio. Ugh. Wow, you can barely see the screen on these things. Can I try and get... what is it? 25 lines to clear this. Eight to go, 7 to go. There we go. Hey. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get this all screwed back together. that front screen is actually pretty good, so I'm not going to replace that. That's just a waste. So I'll be back in a second. Perfect, we're all screwed up and back together, so that's 2 for 2. Lovely. Now, what was wrong with the next one? The black one worked, but the front's scratched up and I don't have a battery cover. So yeah, this will be difficult, won't it? Let's remove the front. He says. Why is it the last one of these came off fairly easily? Do you know what? Let's turn the heat gun on. Just gently heat it up a little bit. And then hopefully, he says, no, that doesn't really work either. Right, maybe a little bit more heat and some better tweezers. Hey. There we go. And unfortunately, I don't have a black battery cover to replace it with, but I do have a clear one. So that is what it's going to get, I'm afraid. But there we go. There's that one cleaned up. And then pretty much the same again for this purple one. Can we just peel it off? No. So I mean, this would be nice if I actually gave it a bit of a clean round on the inside as well, I think, because that's filthy. Right, that's much better. Let's give the screen a quick wipe. Great, there we go. And then one more of these. And then one more of these. And yeah, unfortunately, obviously these look a bit scuffed up, but that's because there is this wonderful little plastic on top. So that then, when you peel that off, it looks lovely and clean and nice and new. The rest of the machine doesn't, granted. Where'll I put those batteries? There we go. Nice and shiny and looking good. Obviously no gaming. So there we have it. That is just a quick run through of sorting out a couple of little faults on the Game Boy Advance original. So I will be back shortly with the next one, where I think we'll start on the Game Boy Advance SPs. Yeah, let's go through them. Right, thanks a lot. Catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.